So I wanted to do a science-based lesson around growing plants because children love to grow things. It's quite a difficult area to teach in primary schools because it's very resource heavy, it's very time consuming. And so it's a perfect thing to do at home because you'll have more things available to you and you won't have 30 little people and hands or 60 little hands going in and making it more challenging. If your child is very young, you're just going to focus on teaching them the basics, that for a plant to grow they need soil, sun, water and air, and then you'll just do a little comparison. So if you can, get 2 different types of seeds, cress and radish or something like that, and you're just going to plant 2 of them, and then you're going to encourage them with questions about which one do they think will grow first, maybe drawing pictures after 1 week in a little, make them in a little notebook. They can draw what one looks like 1 week and then the next week. So really just observations and comparisons between 2 different seeds, how they grow, what do their leaves look like, which one has more leaves, all those types of questions you can do with young children. If they're a little bit older, I would definitely recommend talking about germination. And germination is simply when seeds soak up water. It starts off the process of germination where it the water loosens off the coat, which is called the tester, and it bursts open and the root goes down and a shoot comes up, and that whole bursting open process is the start of germination. There's loads more on the internet about this, but that's the kind of basic bit that you could teach them. And then you could move on from there into greenhouse effect, global warming. You could do, if they're older, I would do more on fair tests. 2 plants that are the same but under different conditions. So just get a plastic bag and sandwich bag and grow one like this and one without that. Talk about how if plants have more moisture and warmth, they grow faster. You can look at places around the world where that's true. And then talk about, well, that might be good for plants, but the problems that global warming is causing us and greenhouse gases, there's so much you can teach around that. And you don't need to know everything yourself. Go on the internet with them and find the answers to certain questions about things. Just a few quick things on resources. So toilet roll makes a perfect little seed pot, in my opinion. So I've just got a loo roll, I've cut it in half, I've squished it into a bit of a squarish shape. I made 4 little slits along the bottom, and then I folded each bit one under the other, and then that's perfect to start growing something in. And also the peat that I've got inside, you can just use some soil from the garden or another pot plant, but you can buy these peat pellets. They come flat, quite cheap and easy to get online, but when you put water on them they expand out, and I have just discovered that these particular ones fit perfectly on half a loo roll shape, so that's good. And yeah, I think just give it a go. There is so much you can do with growing plants that will help them to investigate, hypothesize, to have more curiosity, confidence and love of science and plants in a real world context that is much, much harder for them to get at school, in my opinion. So adapt things, make it work for your child, give it a good name, call it something that will work for your child, and yeah, give it a go. I've left this quite open because I think you are the best teacher. You can share the experience of growing something with them, share your knowledge, explain it in a way that you understand. You know your child the best, you know how to adapt things. So this is really just an encouragement that whatever age your child's at, get some seeds planted, pop them on the windowsill, get them measuring and comparing and contrasting and hypothesizing about them. And yeah, I'd love to know how you get on and what you grow. And I'll be back with more videos soon.